Ladies and gents, welcome back to the TSI YouTube channel for episode number 7 of season 2 of the Glory Hunter Save. Here at Crystal Palace, we're into the festive period. It's going to be a busy festive period as well. And first up, we've got Arsenal. But before we look at the table and the fixtures, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed, really. We're 20 away at the time of recording this from 700. So if you want to come and help us get up to 700 and keep growing the channel, hit the subscription button. Links to my Twitch and Discord are also in the description down below. First, a little look at the league table. We have played 17. We have won 14, drawn 3. We are unbeaten so far. We've only conceded 6 goals. We're on 45 points. Despite that, we're only 6 points clear of Liverpool in second. Arsenal a further 3 points back in third, and that is who we play first in a big, big game. Spurs are in fourth, Chelsea are in fifth, Manchester City down in sixth. At the bottom, have Birmingham won a game of football? No, they haven't. They're only on 5 points after 17 games. They are the whipping boys of the league so far. In fact, let's have a little look at the Champions League standings as well, because we've also got that going on at the minute. So we're currently 8th in the table here, in that top 8, which would automatically qualify us for the last 16. So need to try and win our last couple of games. We're on 13 points. I think it's 8 you play. Is it 7 or 8? Not too sure. Currently Manchester City and Galatasaray leading the way with Sparta Prague out of absolutely nowhere as well. In terms of your fixtures for this December period, as I said, it is going to be jam-packed. And we've got a Boxing Day fixture coming up against Arsenal. First up, massive game, and then it's Manchester United away to follow up. Then the January transfer window opens. It's Aston Villa away in the league, Wolves at home, and then Derby away in the third round of the FA Cup. Of course, a trophy we want to win. We could probably hopefully get away with simulating that one. Then in the next episode, we've got some massive games to go. We've got Liverpool again, and we've got our 2 final Champions League group games. So, plenty to do. We've got an unbeaten run to protect, and first up, it's Arsenal. Welcome to Selhurst Park, then. Welcome to Arsenal, the visitors, for this crucial game. We win this, we can go 12 points clear of Arsenal, who would be in third, and that would be absolutely massive. Of course, Arsenal, the only team to go invincible. They will be looking to spoil our party, I'm sure, and Victor Gyökeres could do that straight away here. And Arsenal, Martinelli, that should be wide, is wide. Just got to be patient again. A draw here might not be the worst result in the world, with Liverpool coming up, where we could potentially get those points back. Yeremy Pino down this right-hand side now, in place of Bakayoko, who's looking a little bit leggy. Can he find Mateta in the middle? Mateta's got there. Well, Mateta's gone for a bicycle kick out of absolutely nothing. Thankfully, not kicked anybody in the face and got himself a red card. Martinelli into Victor Gyökeres, and Arsenal having plenty of the ball here. Saka, John Stones is there, the general. Nothing is getting past him at the minute. Mateta, that's surely a foul on Ismail Sarr. Ball continues. Curtis Jones now down this left. Can he find Ismail Sarr, who's driving into the box, plays a little through ball to him to run onto. Can he square it back to anybody? No, he can't. Jean-Philippe Mateta is absolutely nowhere to be seen on the edge of the box. Get yourself in the mixer, fella. Sarr into Jean-Philippe again. And the Crystal Palace players just looking to create something. There's a bit of a high press going on from Arsenal, which we're looking to play away out of, and we do really well to play away out of it. Munoz playing to Yeremy Pino again. That's a wonderful ball from Munoz, and Yeremy Pino now can potentially look for the ball of Jean-Philippe Mateta, and again David Raya comes, and it's just a bit lackadaisical, and we've been absolutely flattened by Martinelli. However, we will pick the ball up, and it's Adam Wharton now. Cooper Miners looks for the one of Jean-Philippe Mateta. He's just flat-footed again, and he is not in this game whatsoever. We may have to haul him off at half-time if things don't improve, because he is having an absolute stinker. Chance again for Arsenal. It's Gyökeres. Gyökeres in on goal, squares it back. That's a chance. Malikan with a goal-saving save. That is absolutely fantastic from him. He is really coming into his own as the Crystal Palace number 1, but we've got to stay switched on again here. Arsenal should be 1-up. Arsenal should be leading. Guerrero into Saka. But he finds Elliot. John Stones with the block. Maligan won't come out and get it. It is going to be a corner to Arsenal. Pressure before the end of the first half. Will they look to take this short? I think they will. They do take it short. Timber to Saka. Players coming out to try and get there. Curtis Jones, can you win the ball? Yes, you can. And now potentially we can break, because Yeremy Pino is up, and his last touch is dreadful. Saliba clears. Chance. This is surely going to be 1-0. Gyökeres, goal. It's not happened very often this season, but we go 1-0 down, and you've got to say it's deserved. Victor Gyökeres has looked a threat all game, and just before half-time, he gets his 15th goal of the season. We've got it all to do here, and we need to really step it up, because it's Crystal Palace 0, Arsenal 1. Double substitution at half-time. Weston McKennie on in the middle for Adam Wharton, who's failed to impress. And Adley is on for Jean-Philippe Mateta, because his first half performance was absolutely dreadful, to say the least. We are going to need the biggest second half performance of the season so far if we're going to keep our invincible run and our chance at an unbeaten season going. McKennie now plays the ball out wide, making an instant impact, and it's Yeremy Pino. Yeremy Pino, can he find Adley? Does find Adley. That's brilliant from William Saliba, but that's much better from Crystal Palace. All of a sudden looking a bit more of a threat. Weston McKennie picks up the ball again, loses it, unfortunately for him. He's been brilliant since he's come on the pitch, and Cooper Miners is there now. Chance again for Arsenal. Odegaard into Saka. Saka's in on goal here. Saka shoots. Mulligan with another big save to keep us in it. Because if they score there, that is curtain to us. That is for sure. They've got a corner. The ball will go into the box. Munoz will clear. Yeremy Pino will pump the ball long. We just need to settle down and stop Saka getting in behind into Ismaila Sarr. And Ismaila Sarr can now drive himself into the box. Looks to cut back inside. Can he find anyone? No, he can't. But it does fall to Adley. Oh, and David Reyes there. It's our clearest cut opportunity so far. I just got a bad feeling. I think this one may slip away from us. Fortunately, I think this is going to be it. We are going to be losing our first game of the season. It's going to come to a side that is actually further back in the table than we thought. Cooper Miners goes into the book, but it's just been one of those games. We've not played well recently. We've not played well at all. And finally, I think it's going to pay. We've got one more chance to create something. Adley to Yeremy Pino. If we're going to score, it's got to be now. The referee may even blow his whistle. Pino gives the ball away. That's game done. We lose for the first time of the season. And it's to a fellow title contender in Arsenal. They will close the gap. And if Liverpool have won, they will also close the gap. Is the pressure finally starting to tell? It doesn't get any easier next. We've got Manchester United away. Welcome to Old Trafford then, where we need to bounce back. We need an instant response and we need a much better performance. We have made some changes. Rico Lewis back into the squad. Bakayoko back into the squad. Adley starts instead of Jean-Philippe Mateta. And Weston McKennie starts in the middle with Cooper Miners dropping to the bench. Curtis Jones playing as the cam. So a few changes just to try and spark some life into this squad because, by God, do we need it after that last game. Jones barrelling forward, just holding the ball up, does really well. Bruno Fernandes is there. He's always a threat every time we play against Bruno. He's so good in the middle for Manchester United, and we just need to make sure that we shut him out of the game as much as possible so we can try and control the narrative here. Our chance for United. Højlund. Back to Fernandes. Højlund again. Mulligan with a big save to tip it round the post. First big chance of the game goes Manchester United's way. Ball into the box. Can we win it? No, we can't. Just wide. Thankfully for us, De Ligt got a clean header on it. Nobody challenged him. Just settle down, gentlemen. Goes back to Wharton. Wharton across to Curtis Jones. Jones to Rico Lewis. And Rico Lewis is going to look for the run of Curtis Jones again. Finds Curtis Jones again. Put it to the edge of the box. There's a chance for Weston McKennie if he can get on the end of it. Can't. Adley. Chance here for Crystal Palace as we've split the Manchester United defence. Adley shimmies on to his right foot. Can he get a shot away? Does. Big save from Onana. Oh, it's a glorious opportunity for Adley to give us the lead. Best chance of the game so far for us as Ismaila Sarr puts the ball into the box. He tries to find the header of Lacroix. Can't. Going to clear to Mason Mount. Bakayoko is testing him though and wins the ball back. Stones. To Sarr. To Bakayoko. Bakayoko does really well. Nearly a chance for a penalty there. Stays on his feet. McKennie. Chance again. Curtis Jones into the box. Curtis Jones beats his man. Shoots and Onana saves again. Can't get the ball. Feel it for a second. This is so much better from us though. Manchester United under a bit of pressure. Adley finds Ismaila Sarr, and again Crystal Palace come forward again. There's a chance. Ismaila Sarr on his right foot. Shoots Onana again with a massive save. It is all one-way traffic currently. Ismaila Sarr into the box. Can he find the head of Lacroix? Can't. United clear again. It's been a big opportunities in this first half. We've had 3 of them now. United with 1. That's a big tackle as Højlund goes tumbling. We've got to take our chances. Pretty first half performance from Palace. It was much improved from that Arsenal game, that is for sure. But we just couldn't take our chances. It's as simple as that. We've got to be more clear-cut in front of goal. We've been brilliant in front of goal for such large parts of the season, and the last few games we've just not done that. As Pesco runs the ball out of play, that is absolutely dreadful from him. But we've got to just wait for that chance and hope that we can score and have a bit of composure the next time. Bakayoko down the right-hand side. This is a chance for him to get himself in the game. He's been very quiet so far. Bakayoko into the box. The angle sightening, shoots and should have squared it back to Adley. It's another big save from Onana. He's having the game of his life at the minute. Ball into the box again from Sarr. Lacroix heads it back to Ismaila. He's now just trying to dance his way in. Bakayoko. Lacroix. That's not the man you want on the end of the box. Jones. Shmeli Sarr. Inside to Adley. Oh, Martinez is there. Just couldn't create anything. Chance for United. And Promo into the box. Shoots. It's another danger time. We're going to have to make some substitutions here. Oh, Mateta's going to come on. Emerson Jr. is going to come on the left-hand side. We'll bring Bassi on for a bit of fresh legs there. They are the changes. We've got 20 minutes to try and win. We are literally our 6-point lead that we had at the start is absolutely tumbling. Our form is hitting rock bottom. The pressure is starting to tell. Can we save something? Can we get ourselves back? As Munoz finds Jean-Philippe Mateta, who's going to have a point to prove after being left on the bench and does absolutely nothing. That man may need to be sold. Mateta, wonderful pull. Emerson Jr., who's always reliable, off the bench, scores! Get in there. Emerson Jr. does what he does best and comes off the bench and scores. Jean-Philippe Mateta with the assist. Brilliant from him. And finally we score. Finally we break the deadlock. And now we've got to go on and win this game. Mateta just running wide, just taking time out of the game, if anything, but now can maybe look for a run down the line, and Munoz is there. Munoz can take this ball down the byline, cuts back inside, goes back to Jean-Philippe Mateta on the edge. We'll go one more to Weston McKennie. Weston McKennie now can get a shot away. No, he can't. Casemiro with a massive block. And now United have got the chance to come forward one more time as we head into additional time. There will be 2 minutes. Can Rico Lewis win that ball? Does win that ball. Sensational. Can't get the second ball though. Dorgu is on the ball. Referee looks at his whistle once, looks at his whistle twice. Brilliant from Emerson Jr. again. And there is the full-time whistle. Smash and grab at Old Trafford. Brilliant in the first half. A bit lacklustre in the second. But it doesn't matter. Emerson Jr. gives us all 3 points. And we're back to winning ways. We'll simulate the game against Aston Villa. We are going to have to make some changes because we are just struggling a little bit for fitness after those 2 back-to-back games. Curtis Jones, you are going to have a rest. Bassi comes in. We are going to play Weston McKennie in the middle and leave it as that. And that is going to be the squad for this game. And hopefully we can get all 3 points in the simulation. We've not been good. We lose our second game of the season in as many episodes. Emerson Jr. got the opening goal. Watkins got the equaliser. Cooper Miners missed a penalty from the 88th. Messi Gasson got the winner. Our form is in the mud. Back on home soil then for the last game that we will play before the simulation in the FA Cup. It's a wet, dreary day at Selhurst Park. We've got to get the win and we've got to bounce back yet again. We should have easier opposition than Wolves, who are struggling down towards the foot of the table. But with the way we're playing, I wouldn't rule anything out here. Emerson Jr. is just waiting for the overlap of Tyreek Mitchell. And Mitchell is there now and the ball holds up nicely in these wet conditions. Tyreek Mitchell can now dink the ball into the box. Can he find the head of anyone? No, he can't. Will be cleared, but only as far as Weston McKennie. He'll go back to Cooper Miners on the edge of the box. Cooper Miners tries to bend one into that top corner. Can't. Goes back to Weston McKennie again. Emerson Jr. into Adley. Adley spins his man. Shoots across the keeper. Could save it in. Restes has an absolute shocker. And in these tricky conditions, Adley capitalises. The keeper can only palm it into his own net. It's poor keeping. That's probably why Wolves are down there struggling. Crucially, we have a big opening lead, and that will relax the lads a little bit. Chance for Wolves to potentially create something as Arias is down this right-hand side and will look to get the ball into the box. Can't. Tyreek Mitchell there to cover. Onsetti, Strand Larson, Curtis Jones is there, clears the ball, does really well. That's a wonderful ball to Emerson Jr., who finds Adley. Adley now will look to find Bakayoko and can't find him. It's the right idea, but poor execution in these conditions. That through ball there is never really going to work. So much luck involved for that to just skid its way through. It's going to be a free kick to Wolves now for a late challenge. But them to pull this ball into the box, Strand Larson does, but Tyreek Mitchell clears, and now we can potentially counter-attack as Emerson Jr. is there. Does really well. What a ball that is to Bakayoko, and Bakayoko may have to go alone because he's got absolutely nobody with him. Bakayoko is going to go alone, cuts inside, sends it for a hot dog, shoots, good save from Restes. It doesn't quite fall to Shmeli Sarr on the left to Bakayoko. Bakayoko is going to try and switch this ball. Wonderful ball to Emerson Jr. That's through to Adley. Adley potentially in. Oh my word, what a goal that would be. This is beautiful football from Crystal Palace, and this is the Crystal Palace that we've seen in the last few episodes and how we've started this season. Adley, potentially a ball through again to Emerson Jr. Oh, just touch wasn't there. Bakayoko just goes back to Curtis Jones, and Curtis Jones will just switch one more to Tyreek Mitchell, who's found himself in a good attacking position. Cooper Miners, Adley on his left foot, can't get it there. It's another big block. Wolves are defending really well at times. We are playing some scintillating football, but we could get hit on the counter-attack here as Strand Larsen potentially is in on goal, and Strand Larsen is on goal. The keeper comes out. Huge save from Maligan. And that is the danger when you're playing against a side like this. It just sits back. They can catch you on the counter. We've overcommitted men. Doyle there, wide. Maligan, what a keeper he is proving to be. Just need a big second half performance here. We just need to get that second goal. We've seen what Wolves can do on the counter attack. St Junior running the ball long, and we've just got to be careful. We know we're not playing well. We played well in this game, but our form would suggest that we are vulnerable as Bakayoko now tries to find Adley Khan, and that's a loose ball side to Cooper Miners, and Cooper Miners hasn't really got any options with him. He's just going to have to wait for that run of Munoz and finds his Bakayoko instead, and Bakayoko now can drive into the box, goes back to Cooper Miners. Cooper Miners goes to Jones, and Jones turns his man, spins his man, but Mansetti is there. Can Emerson Jr. get there? No, he can't. Mitchell allows us to reset, though. Cooper Miners finds Adley. Adley goes back to Cooper Miners. Says he, no, Wolves have been absolutely brilliantly defensively. Apart from the couple of times we've unlocked them, we haven't really had anything clear cut, and even the chance we scored was a keeper mistake. Into the box, squares it back to Munoz. To Adley, to McKennie, to Curtis Jones. We're ready to go. Be patient, lads. Don't force it. Weston McKennie. Can he spin his man? Jones on the edge of the box. Jones can have a pot from distance. Oh, it would have been special. Would have been special. The space just opened up. I don't mind it as an option. Cooper Miners, wonderful ball across to Emerson Jr. Tries Jean-Philippe Mateta. Can he's just come onto the pitch. Mateta angles, tightening, shoots, and Restes comfortably saves. Not a bad idea. And Restes is having an absolute shocker as he's booted the ball out of play. And Mansetti comes off, and that's good for us because he's been an absolute rock at the back. And it's Lerma now. Lerma finds the ball into Bakayoko, and Bakayoko can try and spin his man, try and create some finds Cooper Miners. No, he doesn't. Oh, that was nearly the ball. We've got it back, though. Cooper Miners. Wolves panicking all of a sudden. Emerson Jr. Jones finds Cooper Miners. This surely is 2 in the game. What a goal that is. Breathtaking football from Crystal Palace, and we are going to return to winning ways, and it is deserved. That is a wonderful goal and a wonderful team effort. Hopefully 3 points secured and in the bag. Deto's. Look, Price has come on the pitch, and we'll try and find Cooper Miners. So finds Cooper Miners again, and Cooper Miners potentially could be in again here. Goes back to Jean-Philippe Mateta. Mateta's got nowhere to go. Fair play to Wolves. We've only got 3 minutes to go here, and we are going to win this game. It's been a tough episode where we've lost our first 2 games of the season against Arsenal and Aston Villa, but we are back to winning ways. We're still top of the table, hopefully. And we just need to ensure that we capitalise on these games. We've got a huge game against Liverpool coming up, which we need to win. Emerson Jr. might be able to get one right before the end. Emerson Jr. is going to have a pot from distance. Oh, it would have been special. That is going to be full time, though. Not the best performance, not the worst, but a comfortable 2-0 winner. Wolves keeps us hopefully top of the Premier League table. And simulate the game against Derby, a game that we really should be winning. We'll move Sarr over to the right. We can play Emerson Jr. there. Rico Lewis can come into the squad. And we'll also put Weston McKennie in for Curtis Jones, who's played a lot of football recently, so we could do with resting him. That is the side we are going to go for. We will make no further changes to the squad. We just need to win this game. We need it to be comfortable. It should be. If we get knocked out here, it'll be an absolute disaster. And we have the dream of winning the FA Cup is in the bin straight away. We took a gamble. Weston McKennie gave us the lead. Blackett Taylor equalised. We then took the lead in extra time before Vyman did. And in the 107th minute, Morris won. We've been knocked out to Derby. The FA Cup dream is over before it started. It's been somewhat of a disastrous episode, but thankfully for us, we are still top of the table by 3 points to Liverpool. We have got a comfortable gap to Arsenal still, who have lost another game, but our form really needs to turn around. We've got Chelsea further back, but really the fight is with Liverpool, and I think we've got them soon. Importantly, Birmingham won a game of football yet? They have! Birmingham are off and running. They've got 8 points, but they're still down at the bottom. Wolves, Sunderland, the other sides in the relegation zone. Let's have a little look at the fixtures to bring you in episode number 8 next week. Arsenal at home in the first leg of the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. I think we'll simulate it. I don't really want to play that competition too much. I think we'll simulate the first leg. Then Forest away before another Champions League game. We have to play the Liverpool game. And then another Champions League game. Tottenham away to round off the month. It's going to be tricky, but we've got to keep the form going. In terms of transfer budget, we do have 14 million to spend. Let me know where you think we should strengthen. Do we bring another centre-half? Do we bring in another winger potentially just to strengthen? Do we sell anybody? Do we get rid of Jean-Philippe Mateta? He's really not firing for us this season. Let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you next Monday for episode number 8.